Raila amepanic. Raila has really panicked, man. After what happened today, mzee nikoshua mahali penye amelala, amepanic vibaya sana. Sijui hata kama atalala. So you guys, have you really watched what happened in Kisii? Amjaona, na kama mjaona basi umepitwa na vitu mingi. But anyway guys, before I speak about Raila and what happened in Kisii, if you are new to this platform, first and foremost, I'd like to request you to kindly take your time and take a second to subscribe to this platform and hit the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you'll always be the first one to know. My name is the African Updater, and what we do here, kazi yetu ni kuchambua siasa, and I always share my opinion around anything that happens in the country and more so in politics. So take a second, subscribe, na kama kawaida, I'll be back. Thank you for subscribing. So, Raila alienda Kisii. First alipitia Migori, where he talked about that new deal, new agreement wamefanya na Ruto. And for me, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like aliongea with some sort of arrogance. And then akatoka hapo akaenda Kisii. And in Kisii something happened. Yes, something happened. And you want to know what happened? Watch this video and then I'll come with my analysis. Watch this video.
Raila must go! Raila must go!
Guys, it's getting tough here. Watu wameamua kutoka uwanjani Gusii Stadium because Raila has shown up. Watu So you can see this is Gusii Stadium. Na watu wanatoka. Yes. Sasa mambo imechemuka hapa. Hii ndio unasikia kuchemuka sasa.
You've seen that video, and for the first time I think in Raila's political history, I might be wrong, you can always share there in the comment section if I'm wrong. This is the first time Raila is being heckled in an area that is perceived to be his stronghold, or he has majority of the support. This is the first time Raila is facing this kind of heckling and backlash. Even people are walking away like wataki kusikia speech yake. It has never happened to Baba. So we want to analyze, we want to understand why the Raila alifika hapa aje, and what has made him to be at least in the same category like with Ruto in terms of how people don't want anything to do with him or to hear anything from him. Like Raila alifika hapa aje, for a man who was loved by so many people, for a man who could go anywhere and command respect, for a man who will go anywhere and pull a crowd and what people listen, to reach a point whereby people are walking out of him, like away from him. Hawataki kumsikia, hawataki kusikia speech yake, hawataki kuhear anything about him. I think mahali penye Raila amelala leo hajalala vizuri, because whatever has happened to him today, it may send a very strong statement to him that for the first time people have not followed what the direction he has given without rebellion or without resistance. Raila is finally facing resistance from the people that he perceived that they will always listen and follow whatever he says. And a time has come. So let's just analyze how did Raila find himself here. So Raila has been this person that people have always seemed like to be our last hope. And people have always have a high hopes on Raila that one day either he will get power, and even if he will not get power, he's that person that they always look up to when all hopes are gone. When all hopes are gone, when all the regimes, when all the government has oppressed us, imetumiza, imetufanya nini, the only beacon of hope for this country has always been Raila Odinga. And that's why so many people have always supported him. So many people have always supported him. So many people have always stood for him and fought for him and fought for his cause. Because we have always believed in Raila's cause. It's a genuine cause. And then coupled with the number of suffering he went through, the many years he was detained without trial and everything, we always know that Raila is this man that stands with the people. But on June 25th, Raila turned against the people. And that was the moment everything changed for Raila. That was the moment the ground shifted. And it's sad that people who sit around Raila have never told him the truth. And even if they have wamekuwa kimwambia ukweli, but Raila has been defiant and he has always assumed that people love him unconditionally. There is no love in this world unconditionally. That is what Raila needed to understand. And it is sad that he is getting it very late. So Raila thought that even coming and signing this deal with Ruto, that his supporters will just automatically accept it. But the reality is many Kenyans have not accepted this deal. You can see it. You can see even from the reaction online. Even the people from Raila stronghold like the Luos, some of the Luos, I don't want to say majority, but some of the Luos have put out their frustrations and how they are disappointed with Raila in this deal. And they have said that no matter what, Raila will not tell them anyway. They will never vote for Ruto. Hata kama Raila mwambia they do it. So imagine Raila amefika point that he can tell his people, vote this way, and wanamwambia no, hata vote hivyo. Whatever happened today, trust you me, those people have just vented, have just shown Raila, they have just expressed themselves in a way that Raila has never seen. And there are so many Kenyans who are like that. Raila is about to get so many things like this in the coming days ahead. The handshake that he did was a wrong one. Raila did a handshake with Uhuru. No one talked about it. Raila did a handshake with Kibaki. No one, his supporters never complained. Raila did a handshake with Moi. No, his supporters never complained. But Ruto, and now Kenyans are like this. The young people are saying no. You've joined the oppressors, we're back yuko. And they are treating him now like Ruto. They are chanting Raila must go. They are chanting Ruto must go. The tides have changed. And it is only Raila himself to blame for this. He could have read the mood of Kenyans. Because when the Gen Zs came out to demonstrate, they didn't come out because Raila told them to do so. You could have just stayed away the way the Gen Zs walikuambia Raila keep off. He could have just kept off until kila kitu ifanyike, and then later he could have come and sided with the Gen Zs. But Raila is a man after his own interest. And that is what has cost him. Look at this handshake. This deal with Ruto is even splitting ODM. If you people have not paid attention, ODM is splitting. ODM is splitting because there are some people who are pro this deal and there are people who are against this deal that was done. So ODM in a break. And it is only Raila to blame. And trust you me, this time, Raila will not be able to bring back ODM. It will not be possible. Because every game plan Raila has had in the book, ametumia. I know that Raila's plan was to make sure he gets into this government and cuts a deal with Ruto, because Raila has a plan of impeaching Ruto. But From what I see and from the ground and from the assessment, even if Raila impeaches Ruto, Raila has lost favor in the eyes of Kenyans. They will side with him to impeach Ruto, but after that they will tell him no, hata wewe enda na Ruto. That is the reality. I know it's very hard to believe, but that is the reality. Raila has lost favor in the eyes of Kenyans. And for him to redeem the little legacy imebaki, the little respect amebaki, Raila should stop going in this public thing. Because remember, he went into a football match. That is the typical Raila style of politics. Once he has done something that is nini, anaenda kwa, ungeona angeenda kwa function ya Gor Mahia ama FC Leopards ama anaenda ball, and then he expect that now people are going to praise him nini going to, but look at how people are walking away when he's talking. People are telling him that no, we didn't come here to listen to you, tulikuja kuona ball, get out of here. For a man who was respected. Look at even the politicians, look at even the people who are not politicians, who have been around, they have all abandoned him. Raila has been abandoned. Amebaki tu na the few politicians who knows that hawana influence kwa ground. But the strong politicians have left him. Look at James Orengo. James Orengo was not in that meeting of signing that thing. James Orengo has, and he made it very clearly, that Mimi, I'm not for this deal. If you want to go, go alone. And no, someone like Orengo is not someone you can intimidate. You cannot threaten him that you are going to lose your governor seat and everything. He's someone who will say, governor seat unataka chukua. You get? Look at Sifuna. Sifuna, ever since he signed, alikuwa kwa that meeting na akatoka, he has not mentioned anything about that deal. He has not posted anything on his social media about that deal and everything. Look at people like Babu Owino. They have not talked about that deal. Look at people like Nakale Bamisi. So the ground is shifting. People have left Raila. And the sooner he realizes this, the better for him. I don't know what is there to redeem. I see a lot of people throwing, insulting, coming to me with a lot of abusive language at yo sijui nini na nini. The reality is the reality. Raila has lost favor with the eyes of the people. And his only mistake was to do a handshake with Ruto. That was his only mistake. If he couldn't have done that handshake, Raila could have still, bado angebaki na legacy yake intact. But right now, there is nothing he can tell these young people. These young people, there is nothing you can tell them. Once they brand you a traitor, you are a traitor for life. And you can see when he was speaking, Kasmuel alikuwa hapo nyuma. You can see the shock in Kasmuel's eyes. He can't believe that huyu ni baba watu wanamfanyia hivi. Huyu ni baba anaongea watu wakienda. The reality is now dawning on these people. For me, I'm happy because you can't betray young people and still expect the same young people to come and cheer you. That will never happen. We have reached a point that the young people should now shape a path, create a path for themselves moving into the future. These parties that have been there, ODM, KANU, Ford Kenya, all this nonsense, we don't need any of those parties anymore. Young people, don't join those parties. Wacha zibaki vo vile ziko, wacha zibaki na hawa wazee. The young people are going to form their own parties. And they are going to join into those parties. Na hizo parties ndo zita compete in 2027. The young people have put their voice outside there. That they are no longer going to sit back and watch a few people mismanaging the country in the interest because I've looked at those 10 points that Kina Raila were talking about. Surely, how can you solve a problem that you help create? And all these things, they always have those things that create jobs, opportunity for youth, creating job opportunities for youth has always been there since 2002. So many things, reviving the NADCO report. You people, you want to take us to a referendum simply because you want to give Raila a position. Surely. And these are the things that are annoying the young people. These are the things when the young people sit back and watch, they feel like, what is this? What kind of ini upuzi gani tunasikia? that we are going to go through all the process and tufike referendum so that one person can get a seat. That is how nini wanatubeba, mnatubeba kimale. That is how the young people feel like wanabebwa kimalenge. So the tides have changed, and the sooner you people, you support Rao supporters, the sooner you realize this, the better. Because in Nyanza, people, the Luos who are now saying that Raila should go home, I trust you me, wako wengi. So you can keep on burying your heads in the sand and still assume that Raila is still the enigma, has still the influence. Trust you me, you can continue doing so. But hapa hivi mbele, you people will get a shock of your life. Whatever happened in Kisii was just a signal. And Raila is about to experience the same thing akienda in other regions. Nyanza anaweza kosa ku-experience, but in other regions, he will experience that. So, it's a wait and see. But for me, I feel like Raila messed up his own legacy. By kwanza, hiyo siku yenye alisign hiyo deal. Because people were bleeding with him, don't sign that deal. You'll mess your legacy. He didn't listen. And now he's talking to us and anatuambia ati oh sijui amewabetray. You can hear he was speaking in Migori. I felt like it was very arrogant the way he was addressing people, that issue. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. That is it from me. If you are new to this platform and you've watched this video until the end, thank you so much. I hope you have subscribed, and for the return subscribers, I always say thank you and thank you and thank you once more. And if you feel like you want to support this platform in any other way, my number is always there in the bio. Not in the bio, in every video, in the description. You can always reach out and we'll know how we'll grow together. Thank you. Till next time. Bye.